each other in the diner. Oh yeah! Right around
Which means from 10...
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the... Yep.
And Makoto doesn't have...
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time. We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And Makoto...
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And Makoto...
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to... So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time. We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And Makoto...
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
That's more than enough time. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would... We've established a time. It took place
somewhere between 10 o'clock and...
No, that's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened.
And what makes you say...
Because of the sprinkler. The sprinklers are set to go off, so if the body had... Then it should have been
Oh, hold on! The body...
Sorry, Toko.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally whack.
If you really... Nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. That's enough. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I'm right about this. I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. That's enough. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I'm right about this! I admit nothing. Hold on! How can you say it wasn't the sprint?
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was... The top half of the body... If the sprinklers got the body wet...
So they only got the top wet? I'm so...
Let's just... The reason only the top... While the... So if the sprinklers didn't get... Sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed.
But Makoto's alibi was in...
So there's no way Makoto...
In which case, the only one left...
I'd just like to say, if you vote for me, and I die, which is why...
So are you saying...
Of course I'm not. This is a trap.
A trap?
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting it!
Shut up, you!
You got it, Bob!
Anyway, Kyoko, you... Huh? She thought Mukuro was the ult, so she killed her to try... But you made one catastrophic, and as a result, we were forced to...
She had a motive, and...
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't... Because you see,
Interesting.
all it would take is covering the body with...
You're talking about the tarp.
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is, in fact, the dirt pattern on the only one side of the tarp got dirty. The side that faced down over the body. This proves that the killer used the tarp.
But why would they go to all that effort?
Most likely so they could cloud the... In other words, to... Wait, and what might that... By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on just the sprinkler,
But the underside of it was totally spotless.
it's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down, of course it didn't get dirty!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was because the sprinkler,
But the underside of it was totally
it's because that side was protected from the water.
Shoot!
By covering the body, the killer prevents...
So the reason that was because the spring, but the underside, it was totally it's because that side, since it was facing down.
Of course it didn't get dirty!
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being because the blood wasn't dry. Yakuya said it himself. If you put a tarp on a
Well, maybe the culprit.
If they had, they would have...
Oh!
More than that, what if the very... What if, after the killer, they then covered the body?
You mean someone...
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood. That's what Hifumi did.
No, that the killer got the blood from...
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What?
When I checked it. But after the murder, there.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? Man!
Killing a living thing just to do something like...
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that
Perhaps, but even so, there's... You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid... But if that's the case, then the blood should have... But that's not what we saw. The ground...
I have to agree. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the...
Covered it.
When you discovered the body...
Wait. No. The head was through the neck hole.
Then that...
Sorry,
Here's what happened. The murder, but the body didn't get wet. Then, later, they pulled the coat. This series of cover-ups was... They wanted us to think the murder happened.
If that's actually...
But wouldn't they have had to go back?
That actually, they already had the coat ready. They'd be done in no... Hina. After you met him...
Oh no.
Then he had plenty of time... Don't bother saying...
I must admit... Well then, it looks Makoto's alibi is no...
For serious, man. Hey!
Oh!
See?
No, not that.
Well, don't just stand there.
You know that knife we found all...
One we found... According to the Monokuma file, So?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that. That's what I thought when I...
You don't seem surprised.
Yeah.
Then why did you...
It's not that I hit it.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found... Now I'm totally convinced...
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we can get to... It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it!
Just because I had the knife, that automatically makes...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed, so there's no question. You took that knife and...
What a horrible lie you are, Koda. The knife we found, it's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it!
Just because I had that automatic...
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
No, that's wrong! Wait, hold on. That should be clear from the description.
lies!
No, the killer covered the dead body. In other words, the victim never...
Okay.
So... the knife had been thrust through the... meaning, obviously, the...
Maybe you stabbed her twice!
I got it! The Monokuma file clip...
Oh yeah, sure.
Then the knife...
was just another piece of... They probably stabbed her to draw attention... exploding the body out. The explosion severe was all the...
So they wanted us to... for us to latch onto the...
Oh, hey, I have a question. What's the deal with that explosion anyway?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so...
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused...
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her...
I got it! After the explosion, that fragment revealed...
Huh?
That's only natural. We saw the same... It's part of...
Oh!
Anyway, they wanted the knife wound, and the only one is the only other...
Hold on a sec.
What's the...
Well, I just feel like...
That's true. It's
Fine. I have no problem. It won't change the... Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of... I mean, there's a...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Shoot!
Then, shall we continue the victim's fatal injury has yet to be
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was...
And it wasn't because of the net. Then there's only one other...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
Then, shall we continue the victim's
Fatal injury has yet to be
determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was
And more than that, the victim had
suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Shoot!
Then shall we continue the victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the victim's fatal injury?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the night. There's only...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the
Back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her Then shall we continue the victim's...
fatal injury has yet to be.
No, that's wrong! Mukuro died because of the...
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear...
Oh yeah, good point.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow...
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a...
Oh! I bet it was the...
How is that even possible?
Well, maybe the helic...
No, I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it!
I feel the same way! Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed.
We already know?
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Sure.
I got it! Lucaro was hit in the back of the head. And that something was...
Era.
Indeed.
Are you sure? Hey! I'm not back talk.
The Titanium Arrow. It was in the dojo. I have no doubt that was an.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Oh, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as it seems like an arrow would just be.
No, that's wrong! You're right.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locked. The killer probably bundling them together, and that's exactly.
It's similar to one stick is weak. We'll put them.
Damn.
How is it harsh?
Anyway, as for who the culprit is, that it was you.
I've never been.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that?
Because we have proof of. Surely you don't, and you know what will happen if you cover for the culprit. There's only the death of us. Then show us. Show everyone.
I got it! The one thing that proves right here.
And how does that.
Because
It was.
Don't bother trying to flip. That key is your non-existent owl. This all proves that
hold on a sec.
not this again.
No, there's one more thing. Kyoko. Last night, you were in my room. Why? That's what I.
I was just. protecting you.
What?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over.
Wait, I'm warning you.
I knew you were stubborn.
Really? But you. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
Those words you just spoke.
What do you. Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
You should understand that.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence of. And then left the locker key in my own room.
Correct?
But.
Could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I.
I'm not the killer.
Shoot!
Those words you just.
Exactly. I'm not. But you should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you. Is that what you're saying?
You stated it. You said I hid and then left the locker.
Key in my own room.
Correct. But could I really have done that?
Those words you just.
Exactly what I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never hide something from.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong! If I'm right, Kyoko because she had given her room.
I see. And if I had the key.
Then obviously, without my room key, I couldn't. Am I wrong? Then you're finally starting.
Well, have you decided to accept? I see. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko...
I mean, Byakuya...
But of course, I have an alibi. I couldn't possibly...
Well, someone has...
There's only one other... Someone could have had the key on them. I don't see any other...
Wait a sec, let's think about it one more time.
Huh?
First of all, there's something off. Lukaro, who we didn't even know, and Kyoko even said, it's a trap.
Okay!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial.
What?
What do you mean time's up?
It's because you were late! So then, it's time for vote! Now, who will be chosen as Pete? What's it gonna be? Yes, indeed. Yep. Hey! Shing! Drills, chip!
I don't expect you to forgive.
Let's give it every...
It would seem...
What the?
In other words... Calm down. In other words...
What did you...
So... Just a second. It smells awful. Indeed. So... Hey. Hmm? So... you... Indeed. However... It's true. In other words... Correct. In other words... Indeed. Makoto. That's right. It would seem... Hey. Indeed. However... Why is that? Correct. However...
I should like Ghoul. It's...
Listen. Hey. Correct. So... Correct. So... In other words... No matter... However... So... It's true. Indeed. Correct. However... So... However... However... Anyway... Indeed. Correct. That's right. In other words... Hey. Indeed. Anyway. Correct. However. Correct. Indeed. Correct. In other words, Makoto. Indeed. That's right. It would seem... Indeed.